Good morning, everybody. How are you going? Yes, man. When I tell you, a beautiful, beautiful morning up here in Cora. What a beautiful day. I want to give God thanks and praise this morning for living to see yet another beautiful day. A great opportunity. I had no intentions of going live this morning, right? I come up here on our little mission, which is to do some work in my little garden here. But I say I could set a live stream because I know how all you love to connect with each other. And yeah, I will just be doing my work in the background and all you will have a nice little opportunity to, take in the surroundings, the bird songs. I just ask you one thing. Try and hit the like button. Because when all you hit that like button, all you would not believe how much it helped in the channel. It really, really helping the channel in terms of we seeing so many new people and we want this channel to grow. We want to be able to connect with goodness, with goodness. We want everybody to come in here because this is the one place where everybody goodness is shown. Everybody have goodness in them, you know. Everybody have goodness in them. I personally I personally believe that, guys. Everybody have goodness in them. It's just that, you know, because of life experiences, that kind of thing, a lot of people have to put up, you know, a front because they don't want anybody to hurt them and that kind of thing. So people is want to set their boundaries straight one time. And you can't blame people for that. You can't blame people for that. But I always say, just maintain a relationship with people outside your circle. Maintain a relationship on the surface. You know, you don't have to tell Tom, Dick, and Harry your business. You really don't have to. You don't owe anybody any explanation or anything. And once yeah, I meet you and we talking just nice as my good friend is say, light and fluffy. Right? So good morning to everybody on the live stream. And I don't know, are you guys hearing me? Because I ain't sure if this live stream pause or not. I know it definitely would have more than 13 people in it. Right? Are you guys hearing me? Florence Kalicharan, good morning. I just want to know. Right? The way how I set up the live, I didn't even get to share the live or anything. So if you could share the live, or your WhatsApp status. All right, all you're hearing good. Hey, Dave Passad, how you going? Right, so Florence, you're heading to work. All right, so 17 people in the house. I think definitely this morning we will get more than 100 people inside here. I'm feeling the vibes. I'm feeling the vibes. A special good morning to Gina. Good morning. And silent viewers, good morning. All right, I'm glad to know that you're going good, Dave. Yeah, it up here real nice this morning, boy. Real you see, we ain't getting too much of sunlight on the in the camera lens there. Yeah. So what happened is that I put some pumpkin seeds. I put some pumpkin seeds in the ground, right? Now I'm so sorry, I do have on my glasses, right? But I've seen this name here, Owen. Oh, welcome to the live stream this morning. Yeah. Yeah, I put some pumpkin seeds in the ground and it have one or two that I want to transplant. And this big patch in the back. Sorry there, Auntie Gil. I'm so sorry I had to cut you off. Yeah. So as soon as we get a little more people in the live stream, what I will do is I'll flip the camera and I will begin to do the little things that I need to do here this morning, right? But I'm taking it nice, light and easy. And I want to thank all you for all the support that always give to the channel. As I tell all you, the channel making some waves now. And I can't tell all you how I'm happy for that. Yeah. So this area in the back of me here, I'm thinking about planting some of the pumpkins that are going to dig out. I'm planning to put them there. Yeah, boy, nice morning. Well, hey, ain't Chibas? Chibas getting on too bad, you know. All right, so I don't have my glasses. As I say, good morning to everybody. Good morning, good morning. If I have some of y'all, I will make out because I think I just see travel. Are they coming? I know a lot of all by the icon, right? And yeah, I really lapsed it this morning. I had to start to keep that glasses in my bag. What Chimba's real going on there, boy? Yeah, so you might be in your office and you just want to hear something nice and peaceful, you know, hear the birds, watch the leaves, real nice Caribbean vibes, countryside living. So I had to see if I get to I had to go and get a cutlass. I had to go and get my pickaxe because this growing up here real hard. You, it's no chucking your cutlass easy like that in the ground, you know. Got some nice okras to pick this morning. Yeah, let me take a little walk around. Flip camera. Nice. So, I got a little walk through my little Caribbean backyard garden here. So nice this. So, let me tell you what's going on. You see here? If all you notice, I keep cutting on this stool because I want to encourage this stool to come more out on the bank, right? So I need to trim back some of these leaves because my little daughter and my nieces come to play by this tree here, right? So I will just chop and drop these leaves here, right? Chop and drop these leaves. So this won't be brushing them all the time. And in the back here, I will stick in some in one or two spots because pumpkin came good here the last time, right? So yeah, I'll get some pumpkin inside of there. Maybe I really should pass because once our pumpkin start to grow, I can't really cut grass again. So what I should probably do is really cut here with the waka first and then plant those pumpkins. Because the pumpkins could do with a little more development on the leaves, eh? We have a nice bunch of moko coming here. And watch out here, moko is $6 a pound now, you know. And I've seen some signs of a little pepper here. So that is good. Looking like if it's hot pepper. A little sorrel tree spring up there on its own. We had threw some sorrel branches there. And yeah, they start to grow here. This is a chenet tree you see growing here. Next 5-6 years, if God spare life, inshallah, I'm sure I'm going to be able to come outside, suck some chenet. As all you will notice, it have peach tree growing all throughout the garden. And I am not using, I did not really plant these peas for the purpose of harvest, right? What I do is I am using these peas tree to enrich the soil with nitrogen. For example, you see how nice and healthy this grass growing here? And that's because they're getting nitrogen from these peas tree. How it works is that the peas tree pulls nitrogen out of the atmosphere and it secretes a sweet substance in its roots, which in turn attracts a lot of microbes, and that sweetness is what other plants benefit from because the microbes coming out and enriching in the soil and you'll get earthworms. So if you plant a okra tree right here or a pumpkin vine, this tree will fix the nitrogen that the pumpkin could benefit from. So that's why long time you would have seen these people long time had a lot of knowledge, you know. They had a lot of knowledge and they knew of. This is why I used to see Nana and Nani and Aja and Aji. They had peas tree all throughout the land. It wasn't only for the pigeon peas. It was also to fix the soil. And I have a same vine growing here. And when I tell you, it growing so healthy and nice. Absolutely nothing but manure. And here is our little iguana. I don't know if all have seen it. Give me a thumbs up if all have seen it because I can't read the comments. Are you all seeing the iguana? Alright, so he loves to eat flowers. Things like booty flowers. Right? Give me a thumbs up if all have seen it. I ain't feel all ever see that iguana, you know. All ain't gonna be able to see that iguana at all. All ain't wearing all their glasses. Yes, good morning, good morning. Hey, look, he jumped down there. He jumped down. You can't get away from me, boy. Alright, so we have some seam to pick this morning. I may as well start picking fast as I see them. And the thing about it, even if you get a handful of seam, right? You could come now and curry this up, cut up a two aloo in it, and you good to go. How nice it is. You could pick these from your garden, boy. Tara, you know the magic we could do with this. You know the magic we could do with this. So, as all you see, it is definitely what I call it, a weedy garden. But it's working for me, guys. It's working for me. And I'm seeing the results of it. So are you guys, because all you know this garden was, before it was here, it was dry, it was barren. And look at it. Today, we could pick food from this. Somebody snapshot this here. This is a nice shot to put in the video this morning. Nice shot. Let me just slow down there. Right, snap. Lovely. And we go in. And big up to my girl Gina, who just make all the thumbnails, somewhere. So we get a nice little harvest here. My daughters love this, so I definitely will be giving them that. Look at seam here. Lord have mercy. This is a lot of seam. Give me some hearts if all enjoying the content. Give me some hearts if all enjoying the content, guys. I think we'll get about a pound of seam here this morning. Yeah, man. You might even have to put no aloo with this. And here are just growing nice here by itself. No sort of chemicals. And when I tell you, look at flowers on top there, I gotta get a ladder. Or I might have to call fire services to I might have to call fire services to help me pick this here, boy. Aye. The thing getting tall, and getting out of hand. Yeah, man. Yeah, so this is the joys. My father tell me, he say, you need to smile some more when you're picking them things, son. Show people the joy, that man. So, daddy, here I am smiling, picking my same Hey, that's our next nice shot there. Right? That's our next nice shot. Snap, snap. All right. Yeah, man. We definitely getting a nice takari here. We getting a nice, yes, there. And here now, these have a real nice, strong smell, you know. Right, so let me set my tripod because I had to do a little stretching here. I hope all you're enjoying this live stream here this morning, guys. We definitely like we need to put something to run for this team to run somewhere. That's some seam here that kind of hard to reach, boy. Nice. Are we there? Well, enjoying the content this morning. Everybody had a lovely weekend. Did everybody have a lovely weekend? I had a fantastic weekend. Vinita, good morning. Gil, I'm in my garden here and I'm picking some nice seam this morning. Angela, good morning, good morning. Yes, so I'm making out some earlier because I know all your by all the thumbnail. Look, Miguel Shavani, good morning. Where this honeybee come from? All right, a little nice kind of beetle here in the garden. I don't really like to kill anything in my garden, guys. I'll be honest with all you. Like the song they say, all things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small. Again, a nice little harvest so far. It's like a little treasure hunt, you know. It's like a little treasure hunt. You're going through and you're looking for those that you want to pick out these small ones. And with the rainy season here, I don't really have to do nothing here, you know. And only I refuse. Listen, I know nothing is wrong with it. I know nothing is wrong with it. But nothing is really wrong with using NPK, which is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, because these are nutrients that plants need. However, the constant use of fertilizers in your garden could begin to make your soil acidic. It could begin to be, when that soil becomes too acidic, it could interfere with your good bacteria growth in the garden. Good microbes could begin to die off. So, you know, I prefer to go the way of keep throwing some manure, which will improve the structure of the soil. Calcium, calcium is a very good thing to use in your garden, right? It would not interfere. Calcium is actually neutralize the pH in the soil. So, if you have soil that is very sticky, calcium does a really good job in terms of creating a better soil structure, making the soil more crummy. Yeah, so definitely I'll get some hydrated lime, which is also calcium, and spread it throughout this garden here, especially as it's rainy season, because up here is a kind of heavy clay soil. Yeah, but I am walking here and feel I could feel that the density of the soil beneath me has definitely improved. There is a slight feeling of sponginess rather than the hard compacted soil that it has here usually. So this really working for me. As all you know, I just be chopping and dropping, and the soil, listen, this no longer looks like the hard, rocky soil on the southern side of the northern range. It doesn't. And anybody who comes up here, right, will be amazed to see the transformation of what is happening here. Venita, is this reminding you of your dad? That's what you said? Yes, yes, for sure, Angela. I will. I will. That's the thing about these gardens and that kind of thing. You know, it does remind us of the past. It does. Because it's the same plants that our older ones would have planted. So these things is a constant reminder. You know, you will hear kiskidees and you will see the saffron finches here. But guess what? When you go down to San Fernando also, you'll see the same birds. Yeah? And it will trigger a memory. And it's the same thing with our garden. You know, our garden reminds us, hey boy, you remember Uncle had a garden. And if you read the comments, you will see people be saying the same thing. You know that, hey, this reminds me so much of time that I spent with my dad. Look at Suri, for example, who Suri has a passion. She has a passion for gardening because all you will see her on my videos, right? Talking about gardening and that kind of thing. And then when you go across on her mom's channel, Ellis Food and More, you will see that she doing the same thing over there. So in the future, let's say she isn't doing any gardening, but she come across her channel like this. When she see this, it is going to spark, it's going to ignite a memory of way. I remember my dad had a garden and I used to be walking through, and Sadie also is coming to the garden. I have to actually show her something, right? When she's around, she and I planted some okra seeds. I was digging the whole valley. All right. As I say, a good morning to everybody who is healing me out. Lyndon, good morning. Are you there, boy? You all right? Yeah, man. Like, well, I get some good rain up here yesterday, boy. The land soaking wet, boy. Yeah. Hey, when school closing? All right. Yeah, so let me show you what this is what we harvested here. I will say maybe like about a pound, right? So we got a pound of same. And I good at that, man. That's good enough for me. Two aloo there. A little oil and a little puran in the pot. Right, the bygone tree. Trying to hold some flowers, but yeah. So let me flip the camera here a little bit and let me show you some of my observations here in this garden. Right? Alright, so the bygone trees, they're looking healthy. They're almost my height, but a typical problem with bygone trees is that their flowers tend to drop. And from my understanding, it's a butterfly that goes in and lay an egg in the flower. So it has nothing to do with nutrients. You will go and buy things that are very high in potassium, and that is not going to solve the problem. Yeah, what you saying, boy? Yeah, man. Yeah. Nah, man. I ain't to be worried about that. Oh, is it 2 weeks? Yeah, because them girls tell me that all you look the man there. Like you're going to do some weight training now. Okay. Nice. Hey boy, I'm reading some comments, boy. And people saying, oh gosh, boy, we need to go and cover a little story on Harry, boy. Yeah, they're feeling real disconnected, eh? Yeah. And then what we have to be careful with these days too is the amount of rain not falling too, eh? Yeah. So what's the plan? Well, I want to I had put some pumpkin seeds down there now, but I want to transplant it. But I say before I transplant it, because you know once you plant the pumpkin, you can't pass back the waka. So I say I gotta waka down the piece of land here first. So I might have to change that plan until tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. Well, watch me. Look, you see right down the side I have on there? You know the big pumpkin I target? Well, I know we are planting the seeds now. So in this section here, I want to do the big pumpkin. And then down there I have a next set. And then it have one that hey, all had cut the pumpkin? Right. Right. Yeah, because she would have a good bit. Yeah. I just wanted I wanted to know what the quality was like now. Because I definitely I'd picked some of them pumpkin when they were too young, eh? You had to wait for the vine to really dry up, boy. Yeah. Ready. Ready for eating. Yeah. Nah. Because it's a total of about 9 pumpkins I remain with it. Out of which I picked 4 of them a little too early. But some sugar and salt solve it, man. Where? Yeah, boy, they get big, eh? I will say that need like about a 2-3 months again, because if you notice the stem still very green now. Like what I bring on from my Harry, you know. Yeah. So I really need to get some more cassava sticks, but in the meanwhile, I want to start to pick whatever branches might be mature there and stick in some more now. But if you notice here, at least this could be one of the indication. You could see this is real young growth. That stick had to start to at least look kind of hard throughout the whole tree. Yeah. And then I believe that right. Then I want to believe that the leaves might start to yellow and that kind of thing. So you have a good indication. But this cassava generally is like about like a 6 months cassava. And this garden ain't here that long. You know? Yeah. He have more plants out. Cause I hear that the black sorrel he have. Yeah. How big the plants on them is? Nah, they will catch yourself. Yeah, they will catch yourself. The lingili. Real pretty morning, boy. Yeah. Island done. Tell them morning for me. Well, look, we have a bygone here. Right? Some young okra trees coming out there too. Look at the height. Remember when I bring on these sticks from my farmer Harry? Look at this. Look at the height of this already. Let me flip the camera so you will see. There's no camera tricks here. This cassava tree almost taller than me. And I think that must be in the ground. I will say probably about 2.5 to 3 months. Yeah? And let me show you something, right? When this kind of gardening that we doing here is not the typical garden where I like planting things in a row and that kind of thing. I ain't doing that. I just finding spaces and putting on plants. So this it has a real forested look. But let me show you what has happened in a garden like this. Now, I plant 1 or 2 little kalalu bush here, right? But watch what happening. And now pass here. Watch what we doing here. And that is probably because I was passing here and one of the root mossy drop off from it. Because I didn't plant that day, right? But because of the perfect soil conditions that beginning to take place here, as soon as things touch the ground, they're starting to grow. Let me show you our next thing. Only remember I had some cucumber planted here. I had some cucumber vines here. Now, watch what happening here. Watch at what is happening here, guys. These are young cucumber plants. And I could dig out these, transplant them, leave one or two. So cucumber will be coming here again, right? In between, you just come, you pull out some of the weeds, and just drop it. Just drop it. This is such a easy type of gardening, right? Just drop it. Need to get plastics out of the garden, right? Look at that there. Now, sometimes plants is grow better when you hear like these spring up here and they develop these true leaves. If you just dig up this plant from here and plant it here, it will grow better than if you leave this here. Because plants have something about them that when you transplant plants, it is encouraged, like the plant know that it have to develop roots. So it will send a signal to the plant that, hey, strengthen up in the root department. And that is exactly what I'm going to do with some of those, right? Next thing I want to do is I want to sprinkle some bandania seeds all over the place here. Watch how nice, watch how nice the celery coming here. Right? So you just pass and pick off all these because these will just encourage, right? Now long time I will say, boy, don't throw this on the ground here, but because this will encourage fungus. But guess what, guys? This will go back into the ground and create nutrients to help this plant overcome this problem in the future, right? But we have a lot of good. Listen, I have so much of celery here. I have so much of celery here in terms of when I really need celery. When I want to make a little fried rice, if I want to garnish something, you know, and everything goes back into the ground. Everything goes back into the ground, guys. Watch out how nice. Right, let me get a snapshot of this nice celery here. Snap it. Plucks. All right. I have some sieve inside of here now. Let me set up this camera here because this going to affect my program here. Nice. See my side a little better there. And of course I had to come through with my waka too. And that's all you could see. I pull out there, I dump it right there, which will keep around that celery nice and cool. And I go keep down weeds there for a little while. Right, today I want to get a little garbage bag and get rid of these little beer cans and things once and for all. Pick up whatever little plastics it have. Hey, Lynn, when you go upstairs next, I want to get a garbage bag, please. Yeah, if you're coming back down. You make coffee, or? Oh, yes. Is that rhythm divine? Big tune there, boy. What? I think that is Julio Iglesias' son. Enrique, man. I think that's Enrique. Yes, I. all you down there, boy. Hard luck, hard luck. So if all you notice, I mean, what we're doing is like the variety of grass that I know this grew extremely big. I rooted them out. Now, in the dry season, I wouldn't root them out because I want the plants, right? I want the plants in the dry season to produce some biomass to help them mulch. But as it's rainy season, I will have mulch in abundance. So, as I say, in the dry season, I would not pull out this plant. Instead, I will just cut off the top and drop it, right? But it's rainy season, guys, and I don't need all of that mulch, right? So instead, I rooting them out and I just throwing them around the plants because it have a little dirt around it. Like around the cassava is a good place to throw it because what you're doing is that you're going to build up a nicer amount of soil around the cassava roots, which is something that you want, right? See, look at soil it have here. Just throw it around our plant. The plant will be glad for the extra soil, right? And this is the big pumpkin variety here. Right? Nice. So we're going good. I have some okras to pick. So I'll get a knife just on our bowl and we go deal with that. Boy. Yeah. So all in all, how long this live stream going on now? Right? So I don't know. It's up to all you because I just doing my work here. All you want me to leave the live stream running? We have enough battery life. White Trini boy, I see a gain on in that music video, boy. I see a shaking some Marak boy, some Shak boy. FPL fire, what you say, brother? Alright, so I want to know, guys, if all you're enjoying it, I will leave the live stream running and I can just continue doing what I have to do. Yeah? What do you want me to do? Leave it running or let me end it? Just say the word. Or don't keep me. Yes, girl Tara, I see Videsh went live and I see all you having a good time, man. Oh gosh. Today's Mama Dolly birthday, boy. I forget, boy, Vinesh. All your happy birthday going out to Mama Dolly. All right, and it coming from loving Vinesh, your grandson, and all your grandchildren, right? And your children. Happy birthday, Mama Dolly. Nice. Good, good, good. Thanks for that reminder there. All right, so I'll leave in the live running because all you're answering me. Hey, morning, morning. All the way, all good? Nice. So what I'm doing is I kind of going through the garden and I'm pulling up the weeds that very close to the base of the plants because I don't want to go too close with the waka, right? Nice. The reason why I'm pulling off some of these leaves is because I have younger plants underneath and I don't need all of the foliage under this cassava, right? What I want is the roots. So I lightening up. So we adding stuff to the ground and plus any little younger plants underneath here will get the much needed sunlight that it needs. And the good thing is that in the midday heat, they will get some protection from the canopy of this tree. But we need to get in some of that morning sunlight to begin to strengthen up these plants. Nice. See how that looking there now? Right, that's what we're talking about. And we have, as I say, we have some nice okras to pick here this morning. Snapshot. Nice. So let me go and get a knife and a bowl. I kind of tired of eating okra, boy. So I'm definitely going to give away this okra this morning. I picked it before yesterday, you know. Yeah, so just the before yesterday, I picked some okras here. And you see this banana tree here? Chop in and drop in. So what I want to do is plant some little okra trees kind of behind this. Or let me see what kind of okras we gonna get here this month. This is one okra tree here. One okra tree. It has to look good enough because so now you think you pick. Alright, so right there, watch me, believe you me, this is a meal for somebody. This together with some onions, a little half aloo, this is a meal right here. Believe you me. is in here. Alright, now you see this leaf here? This leaf going to interfere with these flowers here, right? So, and you can always remember, the smaller you cut this up, is the faster it's going to break down, right? Yeah. Cut and drop there, call the thing. Very nice. Right, so let's cut off some of the dead leaves, let them drop to the ground. Because here what happened, remember, it have okra flowers all inside of this tree here, so you need as much sunlight. So a leaf like this, just cut it off and drop it on the ground, easy like that. And that way you'll get more sunlight going into the trees to help those flowers that really need that sunlight, right? Nice, good to go. Ooh. Right, so two okra trees, and we have a couple, and we have some nice fellas here, boy. But that deal, I can't take that call, boy. If anybody watching and had deal number, tell them I can't take that call. I've been leaving this on the tree to dry, young okra seeds. So, when I tell all you, our garden, you know how much okra seeds it have inside of here? Guys, if I plant out all of this, I have to tell all you to come and get okra here, you know? Right? Today I go and dig some hole and plant okra straight in the ground. Right. I no more okra on the side there. Alright, so guys, here what happened. I don't want to run my battery all the way down. I hope all enjoy this little live stream. We are approaching an hour. And all you look out for me again. I go on there, right? Blessings. Ooh.